Welcome, y'all.
Hey, Kyrstin.
Hey.
How you doing?
How's it going? Oh, hello, cough. Nice to hear you this podcast.
Okay, so through the magic of, I don't know.
The Vicks Vapo.
Vicks Vapo Cool. We're trying to record to you today because y'all know I had to put out an oldie for y'all because I've been suffering with a little case of the pneumonia.
Got the pneumonia.
I got the pneumonias in my lungs.
Pneumonias.
So, yeah, I don't really know, y'all, the next few episodes, what order you're going to get things from me, and
It'll be a surprise. It'll be a little willy-nilly.
how things are going to come out.
Yep.
I didn't want y'all to go another week without at least some kind of new episode. So,
Yeah, when we can knock them out like this.
here we are.
Here we go.
I am drinking Redneck Riviera along with a plethora of medications.
How is the Redneck Riviera with that Vicks Vapo Cool in your mouth?
I haven't sipped it yet with the Vicks
It's
Vapo.
making me nervous.
Don't make me laugh. That's when I really start coughing.
Sound like you smoked 6,000 packs in one day. You're like, hey,
I went from young 20s Tammy to 80-year-old Tammy in a week.
welcome, y'all.
Welcome. Y'all want some sweet tea? Okay, Chandler's here, camera switching.
Thank you, Chandler.
I'm going to say happy birthday to you
Happy birthday to ya.
again because I don't know what order this episode's going to come out in. So,
Well, we can happy birthday him multiple times.
yes, it's his 21st birthday.
I know, that's a big guy.
You got to get happy birthday a bunch of times. He said he went to buy liquor on his birthday, and the lady at the liquor store was like, "You're getting turned up tonight." And
Oh, baby.
yeah, he had to drink. He was making Moscow mules.
Y'all, I told him that he needs to venture out and do a buzz ball.
Ooh, y'all let us know if y'all have tried those.
I'm telling you.
All right.
Killer.
So, you ready for a story?
I'm ready.
We're going to 2019.
Okay.
Mere 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Pop culture.
All right.
The Scripps National Spelling Bee ended in a historic 8-way tie
Oh, shit.
in 2019.
That must have been when we decided to give everybody their own
No,
trophy.
this is what happened.
What happened?
The 8 remaining contestants, all of whom were under 15 years old, made it through 20 rounds, and the judges literally ran out of words.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Holy shit.
So, like, you smart little fuckers.
You motherfuckers.
We're coming with 50 words
Yep.
next 50 rounds next
Yep.
year. The child, aka Baby Yoda, was introduced to the world in 2019.
Baby Yoda.
How adorable was he? Coochie coochie.
Couldn't even tell you
I love him.
who is what.
Chandler,
and
do
all
you
that.
love Baby Yoda? Of course, he said. TikTok hit in 2019.
The old TikTok.
1.5 billion users.
Yeah, but then it got banned.
To put that in perspective, in 2019, the world population was 7.7 billion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm not rocking the talk.
Mm-mm.
I don't really know.
I'm more
much
of
about
a
it.
Facebook Reels kind of girl.
Well, I did have someone do a social media video on TikTok for me once for grits.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
I think you have a TikTok for grits.
I do, but I don't put stuff on it. But I had someone do a video once for me a long time ago. And Antonio might be doing that for me now.
I was going to say, I think Antonio is
He's so good.
on the up and up on how he does the shorts on YouTube. I would be willing to wager that he funnels that into TikTok because some of those connect and you can just post it all at one time.
Shout out to Antonio.
Thank you, Antonio.
All right. We're going to March 7th, 2019, Las
Okay.
Vegas,
Okay.
Sin City.
Viva
Las Vegas. I just picture Elvis
Yep.
swinging his arm. Okay. Police received a 911 call about a Mercedes-Benz being abandoned on the side of the road.
Really?
They arrived on scene and decided to take an inventory of the car before having it towed.
Okay.
When they opened the car doors, they found blood. A lot of blood.
Shit.
The majority of the blood was in the back seat, like on the headrest, on the ceiling, on the seat.
A little excitement in that Mercedes.
Yep. They opened the trunk. They found a bunch of bedding in there, sheets, a comforter.
So somebody's living in
living and shaving and cutting themselves apparently while they're shaving in the car.
Getting ready for work.
So the police are going through this bedding and they come across a human arm.
Is this in the trunk or in the actual
in the trunk
car?
So in the car was the blood.
But the trunk
in the
had
trunk was
bedding.
the bedding.
Okay.
And then as they're digging around in the bedding, they find an arm. And there's a person attached to it.
A loose arm.
No, there's a person attached to it. I'm thinking that they find this and like, we better get a homicide out here.
Like.
Yeah. So detectives went out to the scene. They documented the scene and had the car with the body towed in.
That's weird.
They left the body in the trunk, towed it into CSI.
So this must have been probably like way out where
like in the desert.
It wasn't where they could get a whole lot of. It was probably easier for them to tow it with the body and then.
I feel like they did it that way because they wanted to keep the integrity of the quote unquote crime scene.
Yeah, then they can actually investigate it a little bit better.
Yes. So once the car arrived at the lab, the body was removed.
Mm-hmm.
This guy looked like someone's grandpa.
Oh.
He was gray. He had gray hair.
Mm-hmm.
He was wearing a sweater vest.
Oh.
A bow tie.
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, a bow tie.
Okay.
Like not somebody you would expect to find
in the trunk of a car.
In the trunk of a car. They also found credit cards in the trunk of the car.
Okay.
The name on the card was Thomas Burchard.
Burchard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They ran his name through the system, and Thomas Burchard showed up as a missing person.
Okay.
The description they have of him in the system was white male, adult, in his 70s. So it sounds like the same guy. The police run the car's plates. The car is not registered to Thomas Burchard. All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about who Thomas
I was just about to ask you all of
Burchard.
those things.
Yes. Hold your horses.
Holden.
Thomas Burchard was born in 1948.
Okay.
His dad taught at Harvard.
Mm.
His mom was a librarian.
Okay.
So I'm thinking super smart family.
This kid probably spent a lot of time at the university too.
Mm-hmm. He went to medical school.
Okay.
And
there you go, Thomas.
He specialized in child psychiatry.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's rough.
So now he's Dr. Thomas.
Dr. Thomas
Burchard.
Okay.
So I'll call him Thomas and Dr. Burchard throughout the story.
I just feel like his last name's a little bit harder to say.
Burchard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially the way it looks.
Because it's like...
Well, the way it looks like... I want to put some French enunciation in it, but...
That's that Louisiana mentality.
Yes. So this guy was a good guy. He had a big white beard like Santa Claus. He was just generous. He helped so many people over his lifetime.
Good.
He would make a real personal connection with his patients. Mm-hmm. And when I read that, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Right.
But he really was coming from a good place. All right. By the time,
I know, because you always get like, ugh.
There's that line.
Yeah.
Especially he's a child psychiatrist. So it's
there's always a line with that.
So by the time he was in his 50s, he wanted a family of his own. So he hadn't, he hadn't married or had kids or anything.
I don't think I could do it.
In 2002, he met a woman named Judy Earp.
Earp?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was a single mom who was recently divorced.
Okay.
When they met for the first time, they hit it off immediately.
Okay.
Their relationship grew and eventually they got engaged.
Yay.
Over the next 17 years, Thomas and Judy made a life together in Salinas, California.
So they've been engaged for 17 years?
Yeah. They never got married.
They were just like, I
don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't email Judy.
You didn't talk to him.
No, I didn't email Judy and ask, and it really wasn't covered anywhere.
Right.
But they were partners for life. Yeah. They had a commitment.
She have young kids?
I think when they met, I don't know the age of the children or anything, but for him, it was like a ready-made family.
Yeah, that satisfies the need at 50 years old.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, when his body was found in 2019, he was 71 years old.
Okay.
He was still seeing patients.
Wow.
His health was declining, however.
Well, yeah.
He started planning for retirement. 71, bitch?
Yeah, if you made it to 71 and you ain't declining.
No. he started planning for retirement at 71.
Oh,
I am
shit.
56.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
I already talked about I'm retiring. All right. Judy felt.
So long.
I know. He must have really loved
I was just about to say that. He
What?
must have really loved what he was doing
He must have been really good at it.
Because you don't do that for that long. Like, if that's a job, you're retiring at the minimum. But he must have enjoyed.
It was a passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Judy felt like Thomas was in the early stages of Alzheimer's or dementia. All right. Not long before his body was discovered, Judy had reported Thomas missing.
Okay.
So the police in Las Vegas reach out to Judy, who's in California, and they want to ask her some questions. They're not really telling her what they know at this point. They're just like, we need to know what.
Because, yeah, they don't know what's what.
Well, and they need to know what she knows.
Right.
And if they say, we have him and he's deceased, she's going to go into shutdown mode.
Correct.
You know. So
they're basically questioning her about the missing person.
Yeah. They're like, hey, can you, tell us what was going on?
Right.
Blah, blah. So Judy tells the police that Dr. Burchard had gone to Vegas. A gnat.
I know, it got me earlier.
Had gone to Vegas to visit a friend.
Okay.
The friend was Kelsey Turner.
All right.
Kelsey had sent Dr. Burchard a message saying she was very sick, so he went to Vegas to see about her. While Dr. Burchard was in Vegas, he texted Judy, and he's like, I'm looking forward to coming home.
Which Vegas is like a hop, skip, and a jump, too.
Yeah. He flew, so... So Judy told the police that Thomas had been missing for almost a week when she had called. I like Judy. I felt like
Judy.
I felt like she was a good person when I saw her.
Yeah.
But if my man misses a flight home and I can't get him.
Yeah. I'd be in on the flight.
And this is 2019. So their cell phones aplenty.
100%.
I would be calling. I'm picking you up at the airport. I'd be calling if you're
Where
not
the
there.
fuck are you?
Yeah. Not trying to judge Judy.
Right. Judge Judy.
Okay. So for the police, after talking to Judy, she doesn't know he's dead. Obviously, the next logical stop is Kelsey Turner's house.
Okay. Because that was the whole purpose and point of the visit.
They go to her house. They knock on the door. There's no answer. There's a lot of mail in the mailbox. Looks like nobody's been there.
Fuck.
They can't find Kelsey Turner.
Okay.
They don't know if she's dead or alive.
Did we say how old she is?
Not yet.
Okay.
Back at the crime lab.
Dun, dun, dun.
Investigations they're still going through the vehicle. They found a baseball bat.
What?
There was a name written in Sharpie on the bat. Talk about stupid fucking criminals.
Right. This is the segment of dumb ass criminals.
The name on the bat was Greg Hagio. There were marks in the ceiling of the car, like indents. Like somebody had swung the bat up and come down.
Can you imagine trying to smash somebody with a bat inside of a car?
And yeah, because you got no
bump, bump.
So that's what was happening. Yeah. In the trunk of the car, in addition to Dr. Burchard's body, they found rubber gloves, a lighter, rags.
Not the rags.
Sorry. Garbage bags, cleaning products.
The whole Walmart plethora of I killed somebody.
The body disposal kit to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
That has to be on the black market somewhere.
Why would you even need it on that? They wouldn't be able to sell it. You can just fucking go to Walmart and buy it.
I'm just saying, dumb criminals get on the black market. Somebody is selling
the dark
that
webs.
Shit. I'm telling you.
So during the autopsy, the manner of death was determined as blunt force trauma.
Baseball bat.
Yeah, we're putting the bat and the dents and all the things together. When the detectives first visited Judy, like I said, they didn't tell her about him being dead.
Which is probably the best way to do it anyway.
Well, I mean...
Because then they can get...
Well, number one, the person's not going to break down.
Right.
Number two, what if this person's involved?
Correct.
They're not,
Then
you've like told them, I know he's dead.
Yep.
And yeah. Okay. the authorities at this point decide, okay, we've gone through the car, we've talked to Judy, we have all this evidence. We're going to call Judy and we're going to break the news to her.
Right.
So, of course, they did, and she broke down.
Of course.
Yeah. They told Judy that Thomas had been found in the trunk of a Mercedes. Judy immediately says the Mercedes belongs to Kelsey Turner. Judy told them that Kelsey must be involved in this somehow.
Okay, Judy, I'm feeling a little sus about that.
Judy's going to spill the tea.
Yeah.
On Kelsey.
Okay.
So, Dr. Burchard and Kelsey met 2 years prior to his murder. She was a 25-year-old single mom. 25-year-old single mom, struggling financially. Thomas, being the kind soul
he found a pet
that he was, he helped Kelsey.
Fuck.
She became a problem immediately. Judy said that Thomas helped a lot of people over the years, not just Kelsey. She said some people took advantage of him.
Judy must have been feeling some type of way about Kelsey.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But Judy's like, Kelsey would call Dr. Burchard and say, I need money for medicine for my child.
Fuck no. My man ain't doing any of that shit.
He gave her money for rent.
Fuck no.
A car.
Fuck no.
Racked up a slew of credit card debt. So Judy thought, initially, she estimated that the amount of money that Thomas had given Kelsey was $300,000.
Holy fucking shit, Thomas.
Judy started digging into Thomas's records, and it was a whole lot more.
Thomas.
Judy stopped counting at $750,000.
Oh my God. That's why this man ain't retired yet.
So she told Thomas at this point, bruh,
chill.
You've got to cut ties. You've got to stop.
She found herself a nice sugar daddy.
Exactly. I mean, and I feel like I could never find any evidence of a physical relationship.
I don't think
you cannot tell me she wasn't throwing the V at him.
This is 2019, okay? So you have to remember that I personally know people who have multiple sugar daddies. There is no actual physical contact.
Are you serious?
Swear to God, there's no physical contact. There is emotional contact in way of text or phone calls. These older men are looking for companionship. And maybe Judy was... I don't know. But yes.
You can revisit this at the end of the story and tell me if you think they were.
Yes.
All right. So getting back to the whole reason why, there's just bugs landing on me. Like I'm sitting here.
He keeps landing on you and then you move and then he lands on you again.
Okay. Gnats. If anybody has a good solution for gnats, and I put apple cider vinegar in a bowl.
And they don't give a fuck.
Put the saran wrap over. I feel like they drink it and then they go multiply and bring more gnats back. All right. So the whole reason really why Dr. Burchard was going to Vegas was not because Kelsey was sick. He was going there to say, I'm cutting you off.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And do you remember I told you while he was there in Vegas, he texted Judy and was like,
I can't wait to come home.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming home. Well, the day after he sent that text, he sent a text asking Judy to send him money.
What in the fuck?
Judy tried calling him.
She's like, this motherfucker.
Right. He didn't answer. He eventually texted her back and said, I'm at lunch. I'll call you in a bit. She texted him and said, I don't believe it's you. Call me now.
And then she still waited all this time to yeah, fuck that.
The language and the grammar in the text raised red flags for her. So, girl, why didn't you go?
Girl, what are you doing?
Sorry, not trying to judge Judy.
Don't judge Judy.
All right. So she tells the police all of this. The police decide to call the owner of the Mercedes, who is not Thomas Burchard or Kelsey Turner.
Oh, holy balls.
I don't know his name.
Damn it.
Let's call him Julian. What do you want to call him?
Rupert.
That sounds like a good...
Yeah, it's better than Julian, because then we'll have Julian and Judy, and it'll just be too many
true, Rupert. So when the police called Rupert, he told them that he had turned the lease over to a woman named Kelsey Turner, and the transfer of the lease was facilitated by a man named Thomas Burchard.
Oh, holy fucking fuck.
Dude got her a fucking Mercedes. I mean, my first car was a 1972 Buick LeSabre. Bitch, if you need a ride, you can drive around in that, and you can tote a hell of a lot of people in that thing.
My first car was a PT Cruiser.
Nice.
I had to have it, and Bryce, I had a long bed wrecked truck, but
you got it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I love that little thing.
All right. So Buick LeSabre.
Yeah.
No, Mercedes. Where is Kelsey?
Where is Kelsey now?
Police ran a background on Kelsey and found out some interesting things. About a month before the murder, Kelsey and Greg Haggio were involved. Remember the guy's name on the bat? Were involved in a domestic incident.
Okay.
Where the police were called. From that police report, they figured out that Kelsey and Greg were boyfriend and girlfriend.
All right.
So they're kind of like, is this a love triangle? Did Greg kill Dr. B because he was jealous? What's going on? We're going to call Greg and ask him directly. Okay. Greg told him he and Kelsey broke up. He said he wasn't into her lifestyle, which was partying.
And having a sugar daddy.
So he left.
Right.
And when he left all of his belongings behind. And
Sus.
I mean, I have feelings about that. I ain't leaving my shit behind.
Fuck
but anyway.
No.
But at the time of the murder, Greg was working as a deckhand on a fishing boat. So he had an alibi.
So he didn't really have anywhere to bring his shit anyway.
Yeah. I mean, and he had an alibi.
Yeah.
He did not do this, even though his name was on the back.
So who utilized the bat?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Still no sign of Kelsey. They can't find her.
Yeah.
But they did get a search warrant for her house.
All right.
When they got there, of course, she still wasn't home.
Did you say she had kids? Single mom?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's kind of...
wishy-washy?
It's a little convoluted.
Yeah.
I know she had a son and a daughter, but I don't know. I know at least the son is with her at this point.
Okay. So she really... Okay.
And I feel like they're like...
I don't want to judge her
5,
either.
6, 7. You know, I feel like they're not teenagers or whatever.
Like not grown, but kind of grown.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Anyway.
Self-sufficient.
They went in the house. There was a treasure trove of evidence. They found blood stains everywhere. They found towels covered in blood.
Oh.
They found a door, like an interior door that was like hanging off its hinges and broke in half.
Oh, fuck.
I mean...
That takes a lot.
I know those doors are hollow, but you got to be...
Yeah, look, you'd be better punching through sheetrock than punching through one of those doors, to be honest.
Yep.
They're pretty solid.
There was a smell of cleaning products in the air.
That bleach smell.
Yes, not that ET smell.
Never. Give me some of that ET smell.
All right, so police called the owner of the home.
Okay.
Found out.
Wait.
So she's renting. Well, she's not renting.
Thomas is actually renting.
Police called the owner of the home and found out that Dr. Burchard had been paying the rent.
Okay, come on.
They also found out Kelsey had 2 roommates.
She was subletting.
So this hoe living for free in the house and got roommates paying her rent. Yep. She making money.
Ain't paying.
Scamming. Hoe.
Bitch. Dirty bitch.
The roommates were Diana Pena and John Kinnison.
I just thought of something funny.
Tell me.
When you go on a coughing fit.
Yes.
You should add the beep, 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 beep into the podcast.
Oh, you mean I should beep over it? Like I'm saying tons of swear words? Yes. Even though I leave all my swear words in? Yeah. I you know what? That would be funny.
It would be hilarious.
The problem is I don't have that kind of time right now to go in and edit that. All right. So.
Back on track.
Diana and John, roommates. Mm-hmm. John, from what I gathered, was Kelsey's current boyfriend.
Okay.
Police dug into Diana and John's background. John had been recently released from jail.
Shocker.
Yeah. And I think it was something to do with drug charges or something like that.
Okay.
The authorities put out a bolo.
Bolo?
Be on the lookout for Kelsey and her 2 roommates.
All right. So all 3 were nowhere to be found.
Correct.
Okay.
Investigators start talking to Kelsey's friends.
Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about Kelsey. She was born in 1993. Like I said, she's 26-year-old.
Younger than me.
Years old when Dr. Burchard's body was discovered. She grew up in Arkansas. Her parents were divorced. Don't ask me, but the reading is Kelsey had a rough childhood. I don't know what that means.
Here we go with that shit.
I'm telling you, we need to have one whole episode where we talk about how
so deep and debilitating.
Want to hear about your rough childhood.
Yeah, poor you.
We have all been there and didn't kill people.
Never wanted to, but didn't.
Yeah. I have a gun.
To make that clear,
I have 2 guns.
I have multiple.
I have not ever killed anyone.
I could, and I have wanted to, but I do not.
And I've never even threatened someone with a gun.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. No, I'm too scared to do that.
All right. So Kelsey had big dreams of being in front of a camera.
Okay.
Kelsey, she married a man when she was young. They had 2 children together. And that when that marriage ended in divorce, Kelsey took her 2 kids and moved to California. She thought that's where her career...
My dreams will come true.
Yes.
Little did she know. This is 2019?
So not yet.
Oh, I was going to say OnlyFans. She could have just made plenty of money on that.
Well, 2019, when his body was found, they met a couple years before that. So it's maybe 2015, 2016.
So her kids are not older. They can't be if she had her kids after she got married.
Yeah. I'm thinking they're young, like 5, 6. Yeah.
I just like to envision it as you're telling it.
Yeah.
So if I'm thinking of the wrong...
No, you're good.
All right.
They're itty bitties.
Yeah.
When Kelsey got to California with her kids, she became a model.
Okay.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Ready.
She was in good shape.
Okay.
She was very active on Instagram. Had hundreds of thousands of followers.
Oh, shit.
She was on the cover of Playboy and in Maxim.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, she was doing it.
She had the nickname Bad Barbie. Like BADD. 2 Ds. She's so bad she needed a second D in the word bad. Okay. I saw a picture of her. She had fake boobs. I don't have a problem with fake boobs, but these were ginormous.
On a tiny body?
Fake boobs.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you a picture at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So that just kind of, I feel a certain kind of way about someone like that got huge fake boobs. And
like you did that for attention completely.
Yeah. Well, this is her career. Okay. So investigators found out that Kelsey partied as an A-lister in the Hollywood clubs.
Did she go to a titty party?
A what? A titty party? Oh, a ditty party. Another story for another day. Her friend said that Kelsey was always looking to find someone who could boost her career.
All right. I don't blame her.
And take care of her. About a year after she appeared on the cover of Playboy, she reached out to Dr. Thomas Burchard.
Which I wonder, do you have the reason why?
Why'd you go British all of a sudden?
I wonder.
To help her out with her finances is what.
But I wonder how she found and picked him.
That is what the documentary I watched reported. But according to several other online places that I read, they met through Instagram.
All right, Thomas, you're being weird on Instagram.
So to me, that means he reached out to her.
Yes.
Like if she's got hundreds of thousands of followers, she's just going to be like, oh, here's
Thomas,
kindly gentleman,
old granddaddy of sorts.
So like we said before, he was like a sugar daddy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So the police do think there's some type of physical relationship between them. And I'm like, way to go, Sherlock Holmes. Like there has to be. But you're saying no.
Well, I'm not saying there isn't, but what I'm saying is the possibility of her giving money, him giving her money without sexual anything is pretty high.
Okay. Well, he paid for her to move to Las Vegas and get her
And
career.
that's a lot of money.
Career going.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah. Because apparently her career had kind of slid down. All right. That's some little bit of background
I
on Kelsey.
want to know, why in the hell was Thomas reaching out when he had Judy at home?
I don't know.
Thomas.
Well, Judy did not look like Kelsey. I can promise you that. I've seen both of them. All right. So the next step in the investigation is to track the movements of Kelsey and the two roommates. So the police subpoena their like cell phone data.
Okay.
So they can track them.
Which takes a long time, huh?
Yeah. So this is what they know. March 1st, Dr. Burchard went to Vegas in the evening. He was supposed to go back home on the 4th, and his body was found on the 7th. We know that already without the records. With the records, they can determine late into the night of March 3rd, Kelsey, Diana, and John, and Dr. Burchard were at Kelsey's house.
All right.
They stayed at the house until the early morning hours of March 4th. Then Kelsey, Diana, and John all leave the house. Their phones were all shut off at the same time.
Oh.
And when they were shut off, they were near the Rio Hotel.
Okay.
All right. So investigators are like, let's go to the Rio. Maybe they're there.
Like a geriatric orgy.
They're all young.
He is not.
No, I don't think he's not there. They know he's not at the hotel because he's dead. They know he's dead at this point. They're looking for the three. The Kelsey, Diana, and
So this
John.
is after the fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they go to the hotel. Diana had rented a room there, but the three of them left quickly and didn't take any of their shit with them. What is it in the story about people
Nobody's
leaving
taking their
fucking
shit? Stop leaving your shit everywhere.
Stop leaving your shit everywhere. So police had to get a search warrant to go through the items they left.
At the hotel?
Bro.
That's weird.
That's exactly what I wrote. I was like, this seems like an utter complete waste of time and like just prolonging.
At the hotel?
That if you leave shit, that's public.
Yeah. Fully. You left some AirPods, those are mine.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, waste of valuable time in my opinion. But they got the warrant. They go through the items. Here's what they find. Some prescription drugs with Diana's name on them.
All right.
Don't know what kind. They found Kelsey's driver's license.
I love how you answer it before I even ask it. Don't know what kind.
There was a black notebook that belonged to Dr. Burchard.
All right.
Inside the black notebook, he kept notes on all the
I bet that was
shit.
Juicy.
Kelsey had been threatening Dr. Burchard. She accused him of having child porn. Yeah.
What?
BT dubs. Police looked into all that shit.
Well,
it was 1000% false.
I feel like people would immediately think that, especially because he's been in
he's a
the world that we live in now.
Yes.
He's a child psychiatrist. I mean,
I agree because I kind of went, but no.
Maybe.
100% false.
Good.
Okay. Kelsey was trying anything she could.
Because we don't fuck around with that shit.
No. Well, she was trying to do anything she could to manipulate him and
to get more money.
Keep the gravy train
absolutely
flowing. So from all the evidence they had found at this point in the car, the house, the hotel, they had enough to arrest Kelsey. Okay.
Y'all should have had enough evidence at the house when you find all this blood and then you have a dead body and you find all this blood in this girl. Like, how was that not enough?
Well, they don't know where she is, but they got an arrest warrant.
Right.
Within about a week, they found her. She was living in California at a friend's house because, you know, that hoe ain't got nothing of her own.
Nope.
And her boyfriend, John, was there. But they didn't have an arrest warrant for him, so they couldn't arrest him at that point in time. But they did arrest her. And she's not talking.
Bitch, where are your children?
Yeah. She is not talking. On April 4th, so we're about a month after the body, new evidence surfaced. Fingerprints found in the Mercedes came back to Diana and John, the two roommates.
Ooh.
Police arrested both Diana and John. Who do you think is going to sing like a canary?
John.
Nope.
Diana?
Yep. She tells everything.
Does she?
Everything she knows.
Holy shit.
Yeah. She said Kelsey told her that Dr. Burchard was her sugar daddy.
Obviously, we knew that.
Her whale, as they say in Vegas. You don't know what that one is?
No.
In Vegas, they try to get, they're called whales. They try to get them to come to their hotel and casino because they have so much money. Oh. That's a whale. They want them to stay at their place so they can spend all their money at their hotel and casino. Okay. So hotels will do a lot to bring in whales.
To get those ones because they know they're going to pay.
Free presidential suite for a week and all that. So Kelsey said all she had to do was call or message and he would send her money.
I bet. And that is true. Like that's happening all around, everywhere. Like
I cannot believe
I personally know people.
I want to hear about that later. Diana goes on to say that Dr. Burchard told Kelsey he was bringing the gravy train to a halt. Thomas had told Kelsey that he loved her, but she needed to get her life together. Grow the fuck up, bitch.
Get the fuck off of my wallet, dog.
Yeah. Of course that pissed Kelsey off. And she and Thomas started arguing. Okay, now remember, he's in town.
Right.
When this argument's taking place. Diana knows this because she lives in the house.
Right.
The day after Thomas had gotten to Vegas, Diana got up, went to work. And then Kelsey calls her at work and she's like, I need you to come home. I'm really upset. We're going to come pick you up. Can you leave work?
We?
Yeah. So the we that picked her up was Dr. Burchard driving the Mercedes. Kelsey in the passenger seat.
The sugar mama.
Mm-hmm. Diane got in the back seat.
Okay.
And I don't know why I wrote this, but I was like, I'm very confused about the situation right now. And your face looks confused too.
Because I'm just...
Yeah, she just made... Kelsey made up some shit to get Diana out of work. And they picked her up. I don't know why. I don't know what the motive was there.
A geriatric orgy.
I don't know. But as the three of them... Thomas, Kelsey, and Diana in the back seat are driving back to the house.
Did Kelsey have a job?
Well, Instagram model. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're driving back to the house and Kelsey picks up Dr. Burchard's phone and starts going through his messages.
You got me fucked ass up.
Mm-hmm. She that kind of hoe.
Dirty bitch.
Dirty bitch. She found text messages between Dr. Burchard and her mom, Kelsey's mom.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
But it wasn't about any kind of sexual shit.
No, it was probably about like, can you get your fucking bitch ass daughter off my jock?
It was about taking Kelsey's son away from her.
Oh, holy fuck.
Kelsey snapped.
Yeah.
She started hitting, kicking, and screaming at Dr. Burchard. When the three of them got back to the house, now remember, this is quote unquote Kelsey's house, but because she lives there, but he pays the fucking rent.
It's his shit.
So they get back to the house. He went straight upstairs to a bedroom and like shut the door. He's like,
fuck this.
Yeah. John was also there at this point.
Right.
And all four of them are at the house and Kelsey is just ranting and raving and carrying on. Diana said she would stop for a little while. Then she would start back again. Like, I can just picture this bitch. Like
pacing
yep. And then going up the stairs and screaming and yelling at his poor little ass. Going back down. Little Santa Claus looking Thomas. So,
was he slim?
He wasn't fat. He wasn't slim or fat. He was just average. So during all of this, Diana's trying to calm the situation down.
She's probably like, what the fuck is happening here?
I mean, can you imagine? So again, going back to I don't know what the whole thing about picking her up was. I don't know if Kelsey was somehow
cultivating an alibi.
If she knew about the text messages and the way she reacted to me seems like she just really found out. Why was she getting Diana to come home? Did she need help disposing of him? Like, I don't know. Anyway.
She's like, I already know I'm killing this motherfucker, so yeah, I need extra hands.
I don't have the answer to that. And that will always be a question for me. So.
The vault of questions.
At some point in time through all of this, Kelsey tells John to knock Thomas out. So John goes upstairs, breaks the bedroom door. Remember, I told you they found it
halfway open,
hinges, and the door's
halfway off.
Half. Yeah.
God damn, John, calm down.
John had the bat.
Ew.
And he started hitting.
Greg's bat.
Yes. And he started hitting Dr. B.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So Diana ran into the room, tried again to calm everybody down. Dr. Burchard's eye was filled with blood.
I can imagine Diana being like, guys. Everyone settle down.
I mean, he needed to go to the hospital.
Yeah, John's a fucking crazy ass.
Yeah. So his left eye was filled with blood. He needed to go to the hospital. Diana helped him down the stairs, like to the living room area. And it took until the next morning before Kelsey and John would agree to take Thomas Burchard to the emergency room.
After he's probably frail and almost dead.
Yeah. So I'm picturing, you remember how I told you the police got their cell phone data?
Mm-hmm.
And they were all at the house in the evening and to the early morning hours of the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what was going on when they
were
saw
trying to.
Yeah. So when they finally agreed, we're going to take him to the ER, Diana helps Dr. Burchard get out of the house into the car.
Okay.
She's helping him. And he says to her, they're going to kill me, and I hope they don't kill you too.
Oh.
And so Kelsey's coming out the house, and she's screaming at Diana to go into the house and start cleaning up. This bitch. You ain't talking to me like that. And,
fuck no.
And fucking clean up your mess. Then Kelsey started screaming at John. She told him to knock Thomas out again.
Knock his ass out.
Yeah. 1000% narcissist right here.
Yeah, fully.
Yeah. So when she's screaming for John, John comes out the house with a gun.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Don't know where the gun came
Fuck
from.
the bat.
Don't know. I don't know if it's his gun or
pulled the gun out
what.
of his ass.
So John went to the car and started pistol whipping.
What? Okay. First of all, you're a bitch because you have a gun in your hand. Why the fuck are you pistol whipping somebody? Just shoot. You're going to kill him. Just fucking put him out of his misery.
He pistol whipped poor old kind-hearted Dr. Burchard to death.
Tommy boy.
He died.
By a pistol whip.
Yeah. He killed him. He placed the doctor's body in the trunk and drove out to the desert.
What the fuck?
He abandoned the Mercedes. We know all that part, right?
Did Kelsey go with him to abandon?
I couldn't figure that out.
Okay.
I'm assuming they had to have a second car to get him, you know.
Like he's trotting through the desert after he left the Mercedes out there.
I just couldn't find that information.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they followed in another car and then he dumped everything. And
Probably not they, because I guarantee you they left Sweetie Girl back to clean the fucking shit up.
From that point, all of them went and checked into the Rio Hotel.
Okay.
All three of them. And they hid out there for days. The whole time they were there, Kelsey was like watching the news, waiting for something to happen.
And nothing popped off.
Well, eventually it hit the news that the Mercedes had been discovered.
Right.
And Kelsey started freaking out.
I'm just envisioning like a long ass road and they just pop this Mercedes on a random road
in the desert
and dip out.
Yeah. So the plan was for all three of them to go to California. But Diana was like, hell no.
Because that's so far from where the crime was committed.
Well, I don't know. These people obviously are not the sharpest crayons.
Tools in the shit.
Yeah. But the plan was we're going to leave the hotel. We're going to leave the Rio. We're going to go to California and hide out there. But Diana's like, hell no. I'm peacing the fuck out.
Fuck y'all. I'm done with
I'm
y'all.
not doing this.
Yeah.
And she left. The investigators got an arrest warrant for John. They found him eventually at his mama's house.
At my mama's house?
Yeah. And Diana was connecting all the dots for everything. And she testified against Kelsey and John. All right.
Diana is the worst best friend.
Dirty Diana.
Yeah,
So in May 2022, 3 years after Dr. Burchard's murder, John pled guilty. And he received a sentence of 18 to 25 years in prison.
That's it?
Yep. You pistol whip someone.
Well, you killed him by pistol whip. For me, you're a bitch.
Yeah. So in November 2022, Kelsey made a deal.
Of course her greasy ass did.
But you know, I hate these situations because technically she did not murder someone.
No, but
she did.
She cultivated everything.
Fucking murder someone. She was charged. Oh, she made a deal. She agreed to being charged with 2nd-degree murder, and she agreed to do an Alford plea.
Which is?
Okay. So I looked this up so I could give a proper definition.
Because you know I'm going to ask.
An Alford plea, also known as a, quote, best interests plea, registers a formal admission of guilt toward the charges in criminal court while the defendant simultaneously expresses their innocence toward those same charges. You want my definition? Basically, you're saying I didn't do it, but you have enough evidence to
say I
convince
did.
a jury I did.
Yes.
So I'm gonna Alford
so you're
plea.
holding your innocence, but you know that you're not going to be able to hold the innocence.
Right. So basically, by doing that, what is evidence?
You're pleading guilty.
Well, you are pleading guilty.
Right.
What? No, you're not. You're saying I'm not guilty, but you have enough evidence to
make me guilty.
To convict
Prove
me.
that I'm guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which to me, it's all semantics. Like, that's just all wording.
So how much did she get off of that?
So she was sentenced to 10 to 25 years in prison.
I hope she gets every bit of 25.
She will be eligible for parole in March of 2029 when she's 36 years old.
That's it?
Yeah. She will have her whole fucking life ahead of her. And she can eat a big old bag of narcissist
geriatric dicks.
Yeah. My moral of the story, don't help people.
The moral of the story is
they will take advantage of you.
Never be anybody's sugar daddy without getting sexual favors.
Okay, guys. So I actually watched, remember how I said Kelsey snapped? It was Snapped that I watched.
Huh.
Season 34, episode 2. It was her story there. And abcnews.com, Wikipedia, Newsweek.com, 8newsnow.com, law.cornell.edu were some of my other sources. So here's a picture of her.
This shit's nuts.
All right, don't look at the screen. All right. Here's a picture of her for I don't even know if y'all can see this. This is the top one is going to be her when she was on Instagram modeling. The bottom one is a picture of her when she was in court.
I bet she looked so nice and sweet.
All right, so let me give you and hear your visceral reaction.
Holy shit. First of all, tits.
Did I tell you they were ginormous?
Full-fledged Tits McGee.
Mm-hmm. Tits McGee is right.
She has a garter tattooed around her fucking neck. Or around her neck.
Her thigh.
Around her thigh. Oh my God. And then she looks all sweet and homely in court. Smiling nonetheless.
Well, smiling really troubled me.
She is a troubling human.
Yes.
Do you want to see?
Oh yeah, he looked on the camera.
Oh.
All right, y'all. So that's the story. Have you ever heard it?
No.
Kelsey Turner.
No.
And her sugar daddy.
And her big tits.
And poor Judy.
Yeah.
Don't judge Judy.
Do we have a picture of Judy so I can judge her?
No, you can Google her later. Her name is Judy Earps. Or Earp. Earp. My grandma used to say when you throw up in your mouth a little bit, she would call it Earpin.
Gross.
That's what she called it. All right, you want some funnies?
Yep.
All right, we're going to true false laws.
Okay.
Again.
Suck at these.
I might have done these before, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I don't think you're ready.
I'm ready.
A pickle must bounce to be fit for consumption in Connecticut. True or false?
False.
It is true.
What the fuck?
This is one of those laws that sounds so crazy that it just might be true. It dates back to 1948, and a decision by the Connecticut Food and Drug Commission declared that one of the criteria of a quality pickle is that it would bounce if dropped. So that one is true.
So now you know if you drop a pickle and it doesn't bounce, and it's the Great Value brand of it.
In Connecticut. It doesn't matter. And I'm assuming they don't have that law anywhere else. All right. You're breaking the law if you wear wooden clogs on the Isle of Capri. And before you ask, let me reference my atlas over here. You don't know where the Isle of Capri... What? Chandler knows every geographical thing on this earth. All right. So you're breaking the law if you wear wooden clogs on the Isle of Capri.
True.
Correct.
Yes.
Skip the clogs in Capri. To keep down on noise complaints, the island has banned everything from wooden clogs to power drills, lawnmowers, and cement mixers.
God damn.
Depending on the time of the year.
Have you ever put a pair of clogs on?
I've put Crocs on.
No, clogs.
Not wooden ones.
They're not happy for your feet.
Well, the last sentence is, hey, you're in Italy. Might as well go barefoot.
Yeah.
So the Isle of Capri is apparently in Italy.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, how the fuck do you build anything on this island if
you
anything
can't have
up?
anything?
Yeah, if you can't have lawnmowers.
It's all like dirt paths and
no hammering after dark.
Brick stacked houses.
Yeah. All right, I got a couple more. You can't camp on your own property for a week in Kendall, New York.
True.
Correct.
Yes.
Want to enjoy the great outdoors? Better get back inside within 72 hours.
Oh, wow.
If you live in Kendall, New York, the town prohibits camping on your own land for more than 72 hours per month.
Per month?
You can stay out longer if you get a permit.
What if I want to be putting my kids in the backyard tent because they're aggravating the shit out of me?
You got to get a permit.
Or only 72 hours?
Yeah, 72 hours a month. And if you want to stay longer, you can get a permit. But you can only get a permit once a year. So, yeah, that's that. All right. Did you enjoy that episode?
I did.
Thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
I feel like I coughed a little more during that episode.
You did, but you did good.
You know, I got some whiskey in me, so that's always helpful. Y'all, we love y'all so much. I don't really know when this is going to come out. We're just juggling things up in the air right now. We appreciate your patience while I'm getting through the pneumonias.
That old pneumonia I got.
Pneumonias. They got the old people pneumonias. The kids are like, I have a stationary bike. Do you want me to bring it over? You're supposed to move a lot when you have pneumonia. I'm like, fuck's sake, no.
Yeah. Hell no.
I'm reading at the mayoclinic.com and the American Lung Association that you should rest. That pneumonia takes it out of you. You should rest.
Sucks the soul out of you.
Yeah. All right. So help me out here. We got to go to Facebook.
Yep.
Instagram.
YouTube.
Oh, got to subscribe on YouTube.
We need subscribers.
Keep those comments coming.
Yes.
Borrow your friends and your family's phones and make them subscribe.
Yes.
Grits with a Side of Murder website. We did hear the results of the first round of voting when we were in the 4 categories. Okay, so we made it to the finals, as everybody knows.
Yes.
We did not win any of those awards, but that's okay. I'm still waiting and might know by the time this comes out
for the Women in
Podcasting Awards. So we'll keep you posted on that. All right. Go to all
There's
the
always
socials.
Next year.
Oh, yes, there is always next year.
Always next year.
You're right. And we're growing so fast these days.
Quickly.
I'm feeling it like I'm getting comments.
Yes.
And y'all keep it up. Please keep sharing if you're enjoying it. And if you really want to help the show out, you can go to Patreon, Patreon.com/grits. Help support the show. We're definitely not quitting our day jobs to do this. We're barely making enough money to cover the expenses. Yeah. No, I mean, we aren't making enough money to cover the expenses. So we really appreciate anything that you can give.
Yes, absolutely.
So, did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Thank you so much for being here.
Course.
Chandler, thank you so much for
Chandler.
camera switchy.
King.
King Tongue. We love y'all. Tell your mom and them to listen. And we're going to let Zydeco Mike take us out.
Bye.